Someone helped send humans to the moon. Then for decades, most of the world barely knew her name. This is Katherine Johnson. NASA called her a human computer because before computers were machines on every desk, computers were people, mathematicians, often women, who turned impossible questions into numbers astronauts could trust. And Katherine Johnson was one of the best. Her job was not just adding and subtracting. She worked with orbital mechanics, the mathematics of motion through space. If a spacecraft launched from Earth, where would it be in 10 minutes? In 90? When should it fire its engines? Where would it come back down? A tiny mistake could mean missing the target, burning up on re-entry, or never coming home. Johnson understood the path between Earth and space as a living problem. The planet rotated. The spacecraft moved. Gravity pulled. Time, angle, and speed all mattered. Every answer depended on another answer. In 1961, she calculated the trajectory for Alan Shepard's flight, the first American human spaceflight. But her most famous moment came in 1962, before John Glenn climbed into Friendship 7 to become the first American to orbit Earth. NASA had new electronic computers, huge, fast machines, the future of calculation. But astronauts did not fully trust them yet. Machines could fail, programs could have mistakes. A wrong number could cost a life. So Glenn asked for Katherine Johnson. He wanted her to personally check the computer's calculations by hand, using the same equations. Not because it was symbolic, not because it made a good story, because his life depended on the answer. And she checked them. From launch to orbit to splashdown, those numbers helped guide Friendship 7 safely around Earth and back home. Then came the moon. Johnson later calculated trajectories for Apollo, including the 1969 Apollo 11 mission. Her work helped answer one of the boldest questions humans had ever asked. If we leave Earth, touch another world, and try to return, what path brings us home? That is the quiet power of her genius. She did not build the rocket. She did not wear the spacesuit. She was not the face on television. But behind the countdown, the flame, and the applause, there were numbers. And behind some of those numbers was Katherine Johnson. She did this inside a system never built to celebrate her, a black woman in segregated America, in rooms where talent did not erase bias. She had to be brilliant, accurate, and calm in a world that often treated her as replaceable. The tragedy is not that Katherine Johnson was hidden because her work was small. It is that her work was enormous, and she was hidden anyway.